They may even respond back, and y'all got this dialogue going on that's for half an hour to an hour. No, we're not going to do that.
Set the
So you got to
expectation.
understand what your limits are. You got to understand what your limits are, and when you put those boundaries in place, people will respect them. And if they don't, okay, move on.
There's some good solid information. You know, anybody that's in business, anybody that's looking for a loan, anybody looking for a realtor, anybody that's shopping around, you have to make sure that you do that, man. You know, value that individual's time because they're going to value their time because they want to make sure that they have the right mix of balance in order to be of service to you. Because if you want quality service, then they have to have time to give everybody else quality service as well. So just don't expect more than what you're willing to give. And because especially when you're dealing with people that truly want to help and truly want to see change, you know, in people's mindset, in people's life financially, not because it's all about the dollar bill. Yeah, it's business. So there's going to be some dollar bills exchanged. This is business. But at the same time, it's all about the individual. This is all about what we can do to put you in a better situation. And then you can have better stories to go tell down the line rather than, hey, they just wanted my money. They just wanted my this. They just wanted my that. No, we're adding value if you allow the value to be added. Bottom line.
And that is very true. And, you know, that's one of the things that I think makes me very unique in what I do, because I don't just try to get people into homes. I try to educate them on what it's going to take to keep that home.
Exactly.
And what it takes to keep that home is not just having good credit and having some money in the bank, but what can you do to go out now and build wealth and go to the next level? Because everybody think, okay, once I own a home, you know, that's the holy grail. I made it. You know, I can sit back and now and do nothing. No, it's time to go to work again. Because now you got that one house, let's go get another one. Let's go get 2 or 3 houses. You know, get some rental property. How you can pay that house off early?
Because
people
now
think
you got
you
the
get a
credit
30
right.
mortgage, you pay it off in 30 years.
Right.
Man, please, you just don't understand. It's
Now
just so much that so many people are missing because they're in a rush to get into the house. Take the time to learn what you need to learn to take your life and your family to the next level, period.
And there's resources. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, and I know it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, and you know, there is no excuse. You know, but a lot of times the reason why we're in such a rush is because we wait to the last minute. We got to learn how to prioritize. Yes, you're prioritizing and putting other people's schedules, you know, in place and respecting those, but you got to do the same thing for yourself personally. Because a lot of times we as people, we overextend ourselves. We're trying to help everybody and everything, and we're not helping ourselves. We're not pouring into our lives the things that we need to help us. And we have to learn how to do better.
Yeah. And once and that's learned behavior. I mean, just like the negative traits were learned behavior that were passed down and weren't weren't corrected or weren't curbed, if you will. Now the same thing with the positive things you have to do, with the moves that you have to make. It's learned behavior. You have to I think you have to learn, then unlearn, and then relearn. Right? You have to put them because you have to program yourself, but then also you have to say to yourself, I need to do something different. Until that happens, it's all a waste of time. It's all just words until you know that, until you look at that person. Michael Jackson had a song about it, man, in the mirror. Until you do that, then you're going to waste everyone's time that's trying to come at you no matter what their color is, no matter what their religion is, no matter what their intention is, right? Because if your mind is not made up for change, all you're going to be left with is what? Change. Some change, you know. So you have to be able to put yourself in a better position and then use the tools and the resources that God puts in your path. You know, not use them as in a negative way. Take advantage of them and use them in a positive way to help build, because we can all grow together.
That is correct. Because nothing in our lives can change until we change the way we think. And I say that all the time. When you change the way you think, you will change your life. And at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Because you can sit there and complain about it all day, how bad it is, you know, what's not going right for you, who's not helping you. But how bad do you want it? Because when it comes important to you, guess what? You're going to make it happen.
I'm out here on, you remember the episode of Martin when they was in their DMV, when they was in line and he got all the way to the front and he filled out the wrong paperwork? And he had to go back. He talking about get to the back of the line and say start from where? Scratch. And so they had a sign that said scratch, right? He got to start from scratch. Like I go way back there and the line was long and you had to start all over again to get back in that line, right? And so my thing about it is that going from the corporate America side of things and getting back into the originating side of things, right? Getting back into building this realtor relationships, building these relationships with these people. That was scratch because it went from, oh yeah, comfortable, semi-comfortable with corporate America. All of a sudden, that ain't there no more. What? And so what are you going to do? Because you got this passion, this desire, this energy, or whatever, right? But if that can feed me, I be fat, full. That don't feed me. So it has to work. You have to put in the energy and effort to build everything, and I'm building it all up from scratch. But what I'm doing is also enjoying the process. I understand that it's not going to be quick, but if it's just a steady swing, if it's just a steady shot, as long as my axe is sharp, as long as I'm steady making contact with that tree, eventually that son of a gun's going to come down. And that's what I encourage everyone. If you're looking in the process of home, in the process of thinking about home ownership, in an apartment right now, thinking that one day you want to have a home, enjoy the process. Put people around you that enjoy the process, that love teaching, that love educating, but you also want to have to love learning. You're going to have to want to be teachable. You're going to have to also want to be coachable. You're going to want to follow the plan that's laid in front of you and don't get off that road if you have trusted resources around you. I understand a lot of times we don't move forward in a lot of things because we lack trust so much because we abuse trust. Maybe we've been the people that abuse someone else's trust. But at the same time, you have to try the spirit by the spirit. And so just check that, turn everything off, pay attention to what this person is bringing to you and what value they can add to your life. If it's nothing, move forward, no harm, no foul. But if it is, pay attention. That's all I say.
What you said.
Hey,
very true. That's very true.
Yeah, I'm just passionate about this thing, man. I really am. Everybody that see me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you have so much energy." I'm like, but I cannot eat that energy. I cannot eat that enthusiasm. That does nothing for me, but just gives you a oh, thank you. I have a lot of energy. Okay, now, do you want to buy a house? You know what I mean? What can I do for you? What can we do for one another? This energy is great. Yes, I do. But at the same time, I have to be able to eat that. And so I have to be able to put myself with alliances and networks of people that's going to be able to, we all feed each other. We all be a valuable resource to each other, assets. And that's what this thing is about. That's why I love the network, effective networking, what I call it. Because I go to networking events, right? Get these cards, email everybody out, email responses to everybody. I may get 2 or 3 people that respond. No problem. Those are 2 or 3 that were supposed to respond. Those are 2 or 3 that I was supposed to connect with. I don't get mad. I don't get angry. I don't rip up them other people's card. I just put them in a little old file over here. Hey, check them out later. And so I'm not mad with that. If we get out of the emotions, I think, of this whole thing with business or dealing with people, especially if you're shopping for home, I know it's an emotional thing. If we get out of the emotional aspect and just pay attention, and if it's a duck, it's a duck. Don't call it a chicken because it has feathers. Realize what it is and then move forward from there. Get out of the emotions and let's be more effective. And I think that's what I love your role that you play in this real estate industry. You're very different and unique in what you do because truly you care about the consumer, not just for the house situation. So you have areas that you're giving and areas that you're putting things in. So you're not just a smiling face out there, hey, get this real estate deal, put money in my pocket, and they never see you again. And I understand that's where sometimes the pleasure and the frustration comes in because you would expect gratitude. You would expect appreciation because you're doing something that you don't have to do.
That's correct. That is correct. And one of the things that you said earlier, and I'm seeing this a lot in social media, we look for people to make us feel good. Mm-hmm. And I want people to understand that after you feel good, remember you have to go home. And that person is no longer there. You have to make a decision. That feeling you had half an hour or so ago, can you keep that good momentum going in order to move yourself to the next level? And that's what I want people to understand about me and what I do. Yes, I am in love with what I do because I see the results and I know it works. But what I want people to understand is, yes, I'm in love with what I do, but I want to be able to encourage you to do what you need to do to get those same results. Because someone can encourage you, but when you're behind closed doors, you have to be able to encourage yourself and stay motivated enough to say, you know what, even though I have this plan and this person that motivated me is no longer here, I have to keep the momentum going and do what I need to do to see these results come to my life. And a lot of times we don't do that. We want people to rah-rah, encourage us, push us, accolade us and make us feel all good, but that's not going to get it. we put too much focus on other people, doing the work for us. We got to learn how to do the work for ourselves. Because like I said earlier, you got to make you important. You got to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Because if you don't do that, then guess what? It's not going to work for you.
Nope. No matter what, you're gonna quit when it gets hard. You're gonna stop when it gets a little trying.
It don't even get hard. It don't even get hard. You can get, okay, for example, you doing your own credit repair. Mm-hmm. And while you're doing your credit repair, something came off your credit report, but you get an alert that something came on. So now your credit score dropped by 20 points. Oh, this don't work. That was only one thing. That ain't the end of the world.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
But you'll be surprised. I get it all the time. You get that one little distraction, and now you just want to throw up your hands.
Yeah, I quit. This ain't never worked.
People don't realize when you get your mind right and you say, I am going to do this, no matter what, the distractions are going to come. If you already know this up front, okay? I know I'm about to do this. I'm about to get my house. I'm about to get my credit together. I'm about to get my finances together. I already know something's going to come up. And when that something comes up, let me not get upset. I'm going to keep it going. I'm just going to move past it and do what I got to do. We got to learn how to not to get so easily distracted, and that's what is our biggest issue. I know we talk about money and how we spend money, but distractions are our biggest enemy to our success. Because we don't mind when stuff come in and distract us, people come in and distract us. We let that stuff consume us, and we don't do what we got to do to get back on track. And that's what I want people to understand about this home buying process. You got to stay focused. Because anything and everything can possibly come up. You got to watch your money. You got to stop using your credit cards, okay? You got to stop eating out. Because these banks are going to be looking at your bank statement. They're going to be looking at how you spend your money, what you got in the bank. They're going to look at your credit. You got these maxed out credit cards, means your credit score is going to drop. All these things are potential distractions if you don't stay focused. And if you can do that, you can get your house. You can really change your life. And that's what I tell people. It's not about the house. It's a life-changing experience, period.
It is. But again, you have to have that made-up mind. We go back to that mind again. You have to have that made-up mind frame, in order to even see that as a possibility, right? You have to, because sometimes I think we get so caught up again. I get you say in what's not. And what ain't, we're looking for a reason to kind of stop. Well, I knew this wouldn't work. I knew this stuff is not going to work out. And so we just looking kind of like for an excuse. We kind of like on the fence. Okay, check out. I'm done. And so we just okay being in that situation. And then sometimes we're surrounded by other okay people. So who's going to really push you forward? If you're trying to be an eagle, what you hanging around with the chickens for? Right? If you talking about you an eagle, you're going to eventually be down there with the chickens. So it's like, are you cool with the chickens? Or are you afraid to be an eagle? Which one is it? So we have to make the decision on who we're going to be every single day. Are we going to be the manufactured version of who we are? But as you say, when you're behind closed door with the real ones, please stand up. And I think that's what we have to do, be authentic with who we are. Bottom line, if you're a good person, be a good person all the time and then continue to be that. If you're full of crap, then just be that person. Then people know how to deal with you. People know how to respond to you in business that way. You know what? That person that's full of crap because consistently they have shown to be full of crap. Don't fool nobody with being about that business and then you're not, because as you say, time is an invaluable asset. So many people didn't wake up today. So many people can't move, can't breathe or whatever. So if you have all those activities of your limbs, as they say, so what are you doing with those things? What are you doing with those opportunities? So if you're able to meet people and get in front of people that are able to help you up, take advantage of those opportunities, man. I say that again. Take advantage of those opportunities because it's only going to be so many that's going to come your way.
Mm-hmm. That's
correct. And you were
That's
talking about
yeah,
you were talking about the thing about you were talking about people having feelings and emotionals and stuff like that. The reason why I came up with my company, COPE, KOPE, Keep On Pushing Enterprises, it's a different word on cope, right? People don't have a lot of coping mechanisms, right? They haven't really been challenged to deal with whatever it is and then move on from there. And that's why you get caught up in your feelings. I quit. I stop. It's so easy to quit because they get caught up in their feelings. Let's deal with this, okay? This credit situation came up. This situation happened. Now, how do we deal with it? No, I'm mad. I'm upset. So now I just quit. And so and when you have people that do that, and these people are too old to be having